Do you have periods of ecstaticness and happiness, and then sometimes you get real low, or you stay low for a real long time? I'm going to demonstrate in this video how to solve that. Make sure you follow me back. I appreciate it. We touch on topics like this. And if you have any questions, you can email me or you can leave a comment. So, normal people throughout our lives usually are going through a series of events. Chalk's down here. People usually have ups and downs. Of happiness, of feelingness, of ecstaticness. Ecstaticness, this board's flimsy. And ultimately, no one wants to feel down here, especially not for too long. If you get involved, little piece of chalk. If you get involved, some people get trapped down here. Say it down here. Trapped. And then they stay down there. Their whole life is involved in this loop of staying down there. So, and I use this for examples. This doesn't mean you have to necessarily do what I'm saying, but I want you to get a clue of why people do something. So, a great example is the Buddha. And did you ever hear about people that, follow the Buddha, that meditate? And then there's yoga. Yoga in English means union. And all these people, see, all these people in the world, even if they have evil intents, eventually they're going to get here, and everybody wants to be in here. Why does everybody want to be there, Brendan? Why does everybody want to be there, Fizz? Because it feels good when you're up. Everything is going up. Being negative, being heavy, being materialistic, egotistic is bringing you down. It's going against nature, in a sense, and it's going against this high peak of happiness. So, why I'm bringing these people to mind, they want this happiness. When someone gets happy, the whole environment and the whole world gets a little happier. God gets a little bit happier. And the reason why these people meditate The reason why yoga is so popular, even though in the Western culture, they're not doing the traditional yoga, what it really means, because yoga is not just positions, that must be understood, and it's not a commercial thing. It's not supposed to necessarily be that. It can be, but there's something more to it. And people are not realizing it, and that's why it's becoming so popular, but it has to be executives, it has to be executed in the right way, because they can be other effects. It can be turmoil. That's why there's a lot of confusion. I'm here to break that confusion. All the yoga and the meditators and the pastors and the preachers and the Buddhas, all they're trying to do is sustain the highest intensity of their life. They don't explain it like this, but what's really happening, they know about these peaks and the valleys. They well are aware. They become aware of the peaks and valleys. What they're trying to do is surmount that. They're trying to reach such an intensity of life, whether they know it or not, that they're at this peak forever. It feels good to be at the peak. It's almost a neutral feeling, but it's slightly a peak, slightly positive. It's a little unbalanced to the balance. I learned new ways of expressing it too. I drew a big ass mountain once, and I gave it to somebody. The picture was bigger than this, maybe not as wide, but almost as wide, and I gave it to somebody as a gift. It was a very simple picture. I don't have it no more. It was green and it was black. I really like that picture. But I gave it to her. I carried it across a bridge, and I walked to her house and gave it to her, and it wasn't my girlfriend. So this peak is what all the meditators, this is what everybody wants, really. It even looks good. So you may not be in an egotistical happiness where, ooh, thought after thought, yeah, it feels good, but you have no concentration or you're not aware of it. Because once you become aware, your thoughts are automatically gonna diminish a little bit. All these people are trying to do is calm down the thoughts so they can have this peak living ecstasy. Can't spell today. Close enough. This ecstasy that they want. Paramount. A lot of stuff I can write. So I want you to see why. Sorry about that glare, but what can you do? The sun, it's so funny when it's dark up here, it's dark in all the area. The sun's over there, but it's hitting all the area. Complete difference. So, all these people are trying to do what everyone else is trying to do, and it's just to get to this high intensity. So these people that you don't know, like, there's like a big disconnection in the unknown. Why do people actually meditate? Did they ever say this? No, I never heard anybody say this. But this is what they're doing. Everybody's trying to do this. This is the best thing to do. Why wouldn't you do this? Because if you don't, you're going to have sorrow. You're going to have mishaps. You're going to be down. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be fearful. You're going to have regrets. and so forth. At this stage, you don't have any of that. In fact, it's quite the opposite, and it's just a state of ecstasy. Do you have to become a Buddha and do you have to sit there all day? No, not at all. But investing a little bit of time, if not everything, to get to this peak. Because if you're at this peak and you're feeling your best is right here in the moment. You are right here. So feeling your best is going to be the best thing you can do, because when you're feeling your best, you're going to make the best decisions. And it won't matter what you do. That's what they say. And that's why people start to give a lot. And that's why people teach. Because they feel so good. They don't give a F what they do, because they feel so good. Yeah, they're over the sex. Oh, that's a big one, because it's such a primal thing. You know what I mean? They're over thoughts. They're over feelings. They're just feeling so good. This love is pouring out of them. Make sure you subscribe and have a nice one. The goal is maintaining this energy.